Alright guys, here we are back on iRacing, driving the ARCA series here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Bicycle Road Course. What a combination. I'm very excited for this race, and we've got some familiar names in here, some that will probably crush me in this race, but I managed to qualify in 4th position. I feel pretty confident about my pace kind of being in the high 149s, low 150s, so that's what we're going to try and maintain. Just going to try and keep it on the island here, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into the race and see how we compete against some of these big dogs. Alright guys, it is just about race time here at Indianapolis. 15 laps here in the ARCA series, road racing in stock cars. I love it. Nice starting spot here for me, especially with some of these names in the field. I believe that old #1 car up there is going to crush everybody involved in this race, but maybe we can set a goal to beat Michael McDowell in this one. That might be a good accomplishment to add to the old resume. Like I said, I'm fairly confident with my pace around here. It's really just going to be limiting mistakes, and I assume by the end of 15 laps, things are going to be pretty spread out. So we'll just try and keep the car nice and safe here and limit our incidents and try not to make a fool out of myself with some of these big names in this race. That may be the #1 thing we want to look out for. So hope you guys do enjoy this, and I hope we can put on a good show here at Indy as we come on down and get the green flag. Got a good jump there on the guy on the inside. Will just about clear him. Slow it down nice and early. Just try and avoid incidents. Here on lap 1, we'll let him have it there on the inside. Alright, here come the boys. Oh! I've been passed by Michael McDowell. That was fast. None of that was my fault. I gave plenty of room. Alright, well, we're down a couple spots on the brake as we got lots of turn 1 bravery. And we'll just try and hang here as, you know, we out-qualified a lot of these guys, so I know we have more pace. It's all going to come back to me later on in the race, I would assume. Just want to make sure we don't lose anybody, but we're hanging with the pack just fine for right now. Down lots of spots there on the brake, unfortunately, but it's okay. Again, patience is a virtue in these things. So you see already big carnage ahead of me. McDowell locking it up. Just gotta focus on running a clean race. Definitely faster than some of these guys, I can already tell. The cones are going everywhere. My goodness. Just trying to avoid that cone, I about put it into the fence. Alright, well, we're down a couple spots there on lap 1. Kept the car clean for the most part, as that top 3 is already sailing off into the distance. So I definitely probably should have been more aggressive there on lap 1, but it is what it is. Can't get it back now. See how well we're able to hang with these guys now on race pace. And like I said, I'm fairly confident. I was fairly confident. Ugh. Alright. It's alright, we'll spend one of our incidents already. Love to see it. Right, car's all clean. Don't worry about it. We move forward. Thank God, these dive bombs. Look, I know it's looking grim, but don't worry, it's gonna come good. You just wait, gentlemen. I know we've lost almost every single spot we qualified in, but we're 9 seconds ahead of the guys behind, so... Now we just look forward, alright? We always finish strong. He says, full well knowing that he always crashes later in the race. Alright, sometimes you just gotta spend your mistakes early. I am not concerned. Fortunately, some of those bigger names are taken off into the distance, but again, I'm just telling myself more than anything. This is a marathon, not a sprint, so, you know, I just need to find my way in, man. My commentary is going to be terrible in this race. The amount of focus, you know, the early mistakes that I made, I'm going to start sweating here real quick. And these guys really cut that final corner. I didn't know how aggressively you could get away with it. This is my first race of the week on here, so figuring things out as we go. But hey, we're top 10 right now. You know, that's never a bad thing. Just continue to get our eye in as we go. And let's see what we can make back, because I feel like, you know, I can actually make some moves here. Especially as these guys' tires start to wear. And I keep messing up that turn. Don't ask me how I saved that. Oh, we got one off. It's McDowell! Alright. The goal is being achieved. We are ahead of Michael McDowell, and the 4 is loose on the exit there. So we're going to have a good run to look up the inside here. Let's get it slowed down and cleared. He will not be able to come back at me in this turn, so... We were alongside him. It's a good, strong move. Locked it up a little bit, but got the move done. Oh, we got another one off. He's going to hold the brakes. Thank you. This is what I was talking about. We spent our mistakes early on. We didn't wreck, though. And that's allowing us to make big moves, and now we just need to try and build that gap on what's behind us. And if I just limit my mistakes, because I've still made plenty in this race, even after the start, I think we can come good here. We're already up into 6th. Alright, McDowell's 1 second back. Let's see what we can do. Need to start getting this turn somewhat right. I mean, that was not good, but I'll take it. A little bit of understeer through there. It's alright, we manage it. Got another one off. Oh, that was terrible. Michael's gonna get me. No. Ah, he's gonna get alongside here. It's gonna be close down into one. Who is braver? Give him plenty of room. See if he comes across. We can get back at him. Not quite. Down into 7th. Well, if anybody's a good guy to try and follow up through the field, it's gonna be this gentleman right here. So I have not put on a good performance here. Still, somehow we're rewarded with 7th position. Guess that's what happens when you don't really practice and you do your first race of the week on a Sunday. Oh, Michael a little bit skittish out of there. Just trying to hang with him. That'd be hilarious if I just missed my braking and plowed right into him. Yikes. Gonna cheat a little bit right there. Just make sure we stick with him. Get the slipstream. He gets a little bit better of a run, but will have the benefit of the slipstream here on the front. Is he still pulling a bit of a gap? Still such a long way to go. Let's run a bit wide right there. Carried all right momentum though, but we gained a little bit. And shocking that he's quite a bit more precise and makes a few less mistakes than me, it would appear. And he's really hopping over the curbs though. I don't quite feel confident enough to do that. Oh man. Oh, Michael. I've gone wide as well. Little kiss off the chain link fence right there as I've kind of just followed him out. That's what happens when you watch the car in front of you too much. Don't focus on what you're doing. He's starting to pull away now. That was my opportunity to really catch back up to him, and I messed it up. Shocking. Alright, so coming past the halfway point here, still in a bit of a bubble, which is good stuff. I think if we can just hang on and hope for mistakes from the guys ahead without making too many more major ones myself, I think we'll be okay. I think that's the biggest thing. I'm not going to have the pace, really, to hang with these guys ahead too much, so I should just try and keep myself in it and, you know, go from there. So we now have a nice little gap behind, 3 seconds. And 3 cars ahead are going to be battling, so hopefully that will bring us back into it. Just managed to keep the thing on the track through there. That was my biggest goal. Sure, Labe is gone. He was already gone on lap 2. I'm sure he's even gonna try and lap me maybe by the end of this. That's how much faster he is. Ugh. He's making too many little mistakes. Over the length of this run, there's too many little mistakes. So Thomas Pinotto is really closing down the gap. He's got it down to 1.7. He ran a very good lap. Careful that wheel hopping in one and in other corners. Wow, that guy's fast. He's gonna be on me very quickly here. So, might be losing another spot before long. Try and hang on the best I can. My only real hope now to gain spots, I think, is those guys ahead battling, causing each other to slip up. I'm definitely holding this guy up now. Question is, how long can I be a barrier? I'm just gonna let him go. It's not worth it. It's just gonna put pressure on me, cause me to make mistakes, and maybe bring the guys behind us back into it. No real need for that. I should just try and hang on to him, which I've already about lost him, so. Alright, 8th place. So we head on to lap 10 here. No major mistakes. That's something we can definitely take from this race. I wish I had run more of this throughout the week, so then maybe I'd you know, be a lot more confident handling the car, especially as the run goes on. Instantly, it's shifted down into neutral right there. That was my bad. Oh, I am somehow keeping this car on the track. Who knows? It's gonna get ugly for me. So we head towards the last 5 laps of this race. I'm just holding on for dear life at this point. Bit better through that final sector there, other than the last turn, which was not that great, but that's serviceable through that last sector of the track. And still, we hope that the guys ahead get into some sort of tangle. Still plenty of time for that to happen. And that's really what I just need to do from this point, is just run serviceable laps, you know, mind the gap behind me, and just hope that the guys ahead get into some sort of tangle. I think that is going to be the best way forward for me, and how I'll have any chance of gaining anything more from this race. Sometimes that's where you end up. You just got to recognize, you know, that your pace isn't quite up to snuff. Just limit the major mistakes. Ah, little bump on the exit, purely cosmetic. We don't worry about that. Alright, 4 more, let's go get it. Ah, unnecessary incident right there, unfortunately. These guys ahead of me are getting really close together now. We'll see what happens. So big old wad of cars just 5 seconds up the road. Ah, slight overshoot right there. It's not what I'm looking for. Ah, we have a lap down car, I see. Hopefully we'll just be able to pass him on the front here. Get a little slipstream from him, perhaps. Doesn't look like he's going to let me have it, unfortunately, but that's okay. We now have 6 seconds behind us. Still a good gap to those cars ahead. Really, at this point, it's just the hope that they get tangled up. Oh, so you'll get out of Michael McDowell's way, but you won't get out of mine? I see how it is. No, I kid, of course. Oh man, that guy locking it up in front of me is scary. I'm so scared behind this guy. Just let me go, please.
You've got 2 laps to go.
Sheesh. Oh,
Right side.
oh, he's gonna come back and hit me, no? Alright. Well, that about did us in with the idea of catching anybody ahead. I mean, I don't think we really had the pace at all, but... You know, if a mistake did happen, I'd want to be within a couple seconds, but now we've lost out even more. Thankfully, the guy behind me for position is a good ways back at this point. And probably not going to catch me at this point, so... That is alright. Just really do hope that those guys ahead get in some sort of tangle. So we now have 2 to go. I need to stop taking cheap incident points right there. I have that A safety rating, but it's not, bulletproof. It can go down if I keep doing stupid stuff like that. It's like Bob Karst, who was in 4th, is now back here in 7th. He's losing out big time. Getting kind of an annoying situation that that lapper slowed me up so much, but I think I'll just have to settle here for 8th. Alright, so we come to get the white flag. Bob only 3.9 up the road. He definitely has damage. Again, you think about those little mistakes I made that cost time. And how that probably cost us a position here in the death of it. But, I mean, our ace is the whole thing. You can't just think about 1 or 2 incidences. This is definitely going to be one of those races that I wish I could do over. Just too many little mistakes, too many big mistakes. And, that's going to cost me bad. So we're going to really close in on this guy here coming down to the end of it, but we're not going to be close enough unless he really bungles it up. Well, that's going to be the finish. It'll be 8th place. Again, sucks to have made those errors here or there, but it is what it is. We survived okay, and we learned a lot from that race. I hope you guys enjoyed that. A ton of fun getting to race with some pro drivers on iRacing. If you are new to the channel, and for some reason you enjoyed that driving, go ahead and help me out and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next race.